going on, everybody? It's your man Wildest Dreams, coming back with the next movie review, the 2019 live-action remake of Disney's The Lion King. I was fortunate enough to check that movie out early yesterday morning. Really, this movie it came out in '94. You can't spoil this movie. We've all seen it. We've seen it 100 times, watched it 100 times with our kids. So I feel as though I can speak pretty freely in this review and not spoil nothing. Like, the movie is what, like 25 years old, something like that. So let's just dive into it, man. It's The Lion King, you know what I'm saying? So we already know the story. It's all about Simba, whose uncle Scar, he craves for the throne, so he finds a very vicious way to take care of the king Mufasa so he can take over that throne and kick Simba out the kingdom. First off, I have to say, man, this movie is visually gorgeous. Like, it's so hyper realistic. I forgot that I was watching computer generated animals and environments. Like, the entire, bro, it's so detailed. Like, I don't think we've ever seen nothing like this in movies yet, to this scale and this degree. I mean, yeah, we've seen the movies like, what was that, the old Avatar movie with the blue people and all that, but the level of detail in here is so minute. It is so just hyper realistic, man. Like, it all just blends together beautifully. It's almost like you're watching, like, you forget you're watching CGI and you think that you're watching like a National Geographic kind of like program for 2 hours. For the most part, the voice actors were all spot on, man. Like, you got James Earl Jones returning as Mufasa, so you can never do wrong in that category. And he picks up the mantle right where he set it down in 1994. Still got that booming, commanding, when I speak, everybody shut the hell up kind of voice. Who else? You got Beyonce in there now as the older Nala, which I must admit, before I saw this movie, I thought I was going to be distracted by her, but surprisingly she did pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like, she held her own. She's a pretty good voice actress in this movie. I really like the castings of the young Simba and young Nala. Young Simba was like DJ McCrary, and I'm forgetting the girl's name who played young Nala, but she was the daughter in the movie This Is Us. Well, Us, that came out back in March. Timon and Pumbaa, that casting call, whoever thought Seth Rogen should play Pumbaa and Billy Eichner should be Timon, give them a raise. Those two were spot on. Like, yo, Timon sounded just like Timon the Past, and Seth Rogen is like, he was born to play Pumbaa. Like, his voice, that kind of guttural laugh that freaking Seth Rogen has, it was perfect for those characters. Their back and forth banter brings some of the bigger jokes in the movie. So there's like, just like how they were the comedic life force of the first movie, they were the comedic push in this movie as well, and I really like that. Again, most of the voice actors in this movie I really like. I would never be able to pronounce his name, but Chiwetel Ejiofor, the dude who played Scar, man, he did his thing too as Scar. Scar was menacing. He was dark. He had a more of a menacing presence about him in this movie than in the animated one. Especially one scene in particular that kind of made me feel kind of uneasy in the seat. The music is all the same. It's gonna hit all the same. It's gonna start off with the Circle of Life. It's gonna, like, you're gonna hit your Can You Feel the Love Tonight, Hakuna Matata. They're all in there. Beyonce has a new song in there called Spirit. And she performs that by herself in the movie. Yeah, so the music is all in there and everything, man. But I didn't love this movie. I did not love this movie, not one bit. Upon leaving the theater, me and my wife was walking. We were talking about it. She was saying that she really liked it, and then I told her, I said, I'm gonna be real with you. I really didn't like that movie that much. And she's like, well, why not? This movie is a direct copy and paste of the original Lion King. So for all the people out there who watch these remakes and they say stuff like, oh, they changed this, I don't like that they changed that, this movie is going to show you that you're wrong, and this is why you should let movie directors do what they want to do. This movie is a shot for shot direct retelling of the animated movie. If you want to see the live action Lion King, go watch the animated one. It is verbatim the exact movie. The camera angles are the same. Certain little things like how Simba sneezes when he gets the powder put on his head, how he sneezes, he does it in it. Everything is there's nothing refreshing to this movie. And I found myself being very distracted by that, to the point where I almost started to become bored in the theater. I was like, they didn't take no risk. They didn't do anything. Like, they literally said, go watch the original Lion King 50 times. That is the script. Y'all not getting scripts. Just go watch that movie 50 times and learn your character lines, because y'all gonna say when the camera start rolling over here. This movie it lacks any kind of originality. Yes, it's a remake, but I like in a remake how you can stay true to the source material, but you can also add a little bit of your own seasoning, your own little bit of the flair to it. This movie has no seasoning, no flair. It's almost like Jon Favreau, who I really like as a director. I like his characters in movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all like him as Happy Hogan in the MCU. It seems like he was he knew the mantle he took on by doing Lion King, and he knew the fan base of it and how afraid he was to anger anybody. So he was like, I'ma just color inside the lines. Like, I'm not gonna try to do my own drawing. I'ma give y'all exactly what y'all had back in '94. I hope y'all like it. I'm just gonna make it look hyper realistic, like y'all watching a documentary for 2 hours. A lot of the Disney remakes, they can be remade because of the kind of movie that they are. Beauty and the Beast can be remade. Jungle Book can be remade. Cinderella can be remade. Like a lot of these movies, like how we got Mulan and stuff like that coming down the pipe, they can be remade. Those are all good animated movies, but Lion King is the creme de la creme of Disney's animated cinema. They're like, it is without a doubt, like, on the Mount Rushmore of Disney's classics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the Little Mermaid, yeah, those are all classic Disney, man, but nothing reigns supreme over the Lion King. The Lion King has a certain... The Lion King was lightning caught in a bottle. That was Disney's version of George Lucas catching lightning in the bottle and creating Star Wars, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. Like, a lot of multiple things have to come together perfectly for something to become great, and that's what Lion King was. It was a combination of animation, music, the culture, everything that made the original Lion King amazing. And this movie, because it's live action, it cannot capture the emotion of the animals. It can't capture the emotion in the eyes, the tears, the expressiveness. So this movie lacks a soul. It has a heartbeat, but it doesn't have a soul. So when you're watching it, well, when I was watching it, I felt very... Like I said, I started to feel kind of disconnected from it, because I was like, I've seen all this before, but it's missing something. You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody tried to make your favorite recipe from your grandma when you was younger, and they made it to the best of their ability, but it's missing that one thing that grandma used to always put in it. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, like, you tried, but something's missing, man. Like, you didn't put that pinch of paprika in there like grandma do. But I mean, it's just, that was one of the major drawbacks. The live action robbed us from a lot of the emotions. A lot of the pivotal scenes that normally hit hard in the original don't hit because of it. The delivery in some positions of some dialogue fell flat to me. It's just, I don't know. As of right now, I definitely have to say it's on the bottom tier of my favorite remakes thus far of Disney. I like Aladdin more. I like Sleeping Beauty more. I like Jungle Book more. I really wasn't feeling this movie, B. And honestly, if y'all look on social media, I'm pretty certain y'all probably kind of noticed this. Y'all got a lot of people on y'all social media who saying, oh, I'm going to go see The Lion King. I'm taking the kids to go see The Lion King, and they'll tag themselves at the movie theater, but then they won't say nothing else about it. You just saw that they went, but they didn't come back and they was like, oh, this is lit. Because I'm pretty certain they came out and they was just like, I paid like $13, $15 for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was the exact same movie. Like, bro, I am not exaggerating. I say it's the exact same movie. Verbatim. And that's the only reason from keeping this movie from being a downright bad movie. Because you can't be a bad movie when you're remaking a good movie. You know what I'm saying? You can only be decent. But you can never be great because you're not being original. So on that note, this movie got to get a smooth 2.5 out of 5 Wildlands for me, man. I probably watch it again on Fire Stick, but this is the first time I can actually agree with somebody who was like, this movie should have never been remade. This was one movie that whoever was in Disney should have been like, hey, let's remake everything, but let's leave Lion King the hell alone. Because it's a magic to it that cannot be recaptured. But you can capture it with these other remakes that you have. I ain't gonna lie, I was let down, y'all, man. This was the one remake that I was really looking forward to. The one I was really looking forward to. So I was pretty let down when I walked out that thing. I was kind of depressed a little bit. But that's just my take on it, man. Some of y'all may love it. Some of y'all may love that beat for beat recap of the first movie. Me, I like a little bit of like some kind of originality woven in with an already told story. But on that note, man, I'm gonna end this video. If y'all seen the movie, let me know what y'all think. Whenever y'all do, come back to this video, let me know what y'all think. Am I being too critical? Am I spot on? Like, let me know, right, wrong, or indifferent, man. Like, it's just my opinion, man. You know, don't take my opinion as fact. But on that note, y'all have a good day. Be easy. Love all y'all.